Hi, I hope I can get you guys back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. It said resume, and it cut you guys off. Cut everybody. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's see if I can get myself back live and hopefully get you all back on. My daughter checked it. I knew she was going to call. I had that feeling. She was making sure I was home. She has to stop by. Okay. Where is the live? So sorry for that, everybody. No. There we go. Who do I get back on? Even to the kids. Okay, it's questioning me. Okay, why is that? So who do I have back on? Swipe through. Okay. Earlier it didn't show comments. I want to make sure I'm okay. 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 I'll put this in. This one's in. Lock this baby in here. Hi, Deborah. I lost, I was on and the phone rang and it disconnected. When I went to disregard it, for some reason, so I lost my couple people. I'll tell you what the challenge is. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Such a sweetheart. You know, I did this wreath over here. I'll show you in a second. Just as soon. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have my heart. I'll show you what the challenge was in just a second. I put myself, it could end up being an embarrassing situation. I did that wreath that I told you earlier I was going to do. I was looking for you live. This is how that came out. Can you see it? So, remember I said I didn't have anything for my front door or my side door? Well, I love this. I love the way the black, picked up the black in the sign and everything. But it really is too nice. I should try to sell it on my Etsy shop. So, there again. So I said, so I turned off the camera, and all of a sudden I realized I had this teardrop, and I go, oh my gosh, I have nothing but scraps left for St. Patrick's Day. And I said, you know what? We plan what we're doing, and we go live to make it all look nice, and it's kind of not challenging because we're prepared, right? So I jumped on, it wasn't even 5 minutes after I disconnected, and I jumped on, and the girl named Nevada, she was still on, and then my friend Eileen, they jumped on. They were just on right before I hung up. And I go, I'm going to do an embarrassing, could be embarrassing. I have scraps of not much of anything to do something. I don't have enough to do a wreath or anything. But since I'm going to put this on my Etsy shop tonight, especially with that craft show I'm doing, I go, what if I try to make a St. Patrick's Day piece that I could put on my front door? So I'm going to take this teardrop, and this is what I come up with so far with scraps. I'm working. It's a work in progress. This wasn't planned. This was just, let's see if I could do something. So, this is what I'm doing. Like I said, it could blow up in my face. This wasn't planned. And you know what? I feel kind of good putting myself in a little challenge that I wasn't planned to do. And I just winged it. So I kind of like, did I get Eileen or Nevada back? Darn kids make you disconnect. It said to avoid and continue, but it just all of a sudden went bloop. Okay. Certainly green. I mean, it'll look better than the store-bought glitter Happy St. Patrick's Day that I have on there. Well, maybe not, but at least it's handmade. Nobody could say that I cheated on my own house. But I really planned on putting this out. Or even that one. That was the goal, but they came out so nice. Well, I don't know if this is going to be my best work, but at least it's passable. I think it's coming out cute. It's doing what it's supposed to do and saying, happy, St. Patrick's Day. But I just figured, let's see if I can do this and not totally embarrass myself and my little small business. Let's just see what's going to happen. Can't be any worse than that little chintzy thing I got out there, a little chintzy thing. But the best part, I'm not wasting just a bunch of nothing, because you know you're not going to find this stuff next year. So, what do you think? We're wired in. It's very windy out on that front porch. It's just very, very simple. Like I said, the evergreens will look good with what I have out there already. Now the question is, should I put the green balls, or would that make it look too Christmassy? Or just leave it alone? But it'll just hang down on the door. Thank you. Well, I kind of met the challenge, right? that I put myself under. Okay, let me just see something. We can take this apart. I'm so glad I didn't lose you completely. I don't know if I really need that. I don't think you would see it enough, you know? I already have something handmade on my front door. I think that says welcome right there in itself. I have this one. Like I said, I could take these apart. So, hi Elaine. We got disconnected earlier. A few of us. Amy called. So, I made 2 wreaths today. I made this. These were supposed to be for myself, but I like the way they came out so well. I'm going to put them on Etsy. I only have the chintzy Happy St. Patrick's Day things on my front and side door. So then I go, well, I'll make these because I'm trying to use up some of my stuff because I have odds and ends. So I just finished this, about a half hour ago? And I turned off the cameras and I looked and I go, oh, I have a teardrop and I don't have much ribbon for anything. And I go, I have a couple little signs, which those will keep to next year. I can figure, do something next year with them. But ribbon-wise, I have getting ready to have a lot of mismatch. And of course, I'm not going to go out right now and buy St. Patrick's Day stuff. I'm going to go out in a couple weeks and get for next year. So I says, I got to do something with at least my front door. I mean, I'm advertising all over the place that I sell wreaths. And I have the store-bought chintzy thing. So I says, well, maybe I have enough to make something for my front door. And this is what I come up. I really put myself in, by going live, really put myself under some pressure because I didn't know what I was doing, what I was going to do with it. And I don't think it came out half bad. Just stick on the front door. Didn't take me any time at all. I have just a little of this left. You don't see a lot of the pine, but with all the pine that I have in my window boxes and planters, this will go perfect for my house. And you can use pine for a base any time of the year, like I was saying earlier. We have pine trees with needles on year long. So there's no reason, and I'm not the only designer that says that, or craft person, or whatever. I'm not the only one that claims that. Pine wreaths, which I might still do a pine wreath. Really don't have enough to do ribbon-wise, and it won't match. I have to match my front and side, and I don't have enough to match. So, this is all I have. I don't have it to match. So, I'm one that can't have two off. I don't know, it's OCD about things like that. I don't know. It doesn't make sense, but it's me. So I'm going to put this on my front door. I'm not going to put it on Etsy. I will show it on Facebook. I'm kind of proud how it came out. I'm glad I had witnesses. Please tell me, though, if this is ugly and it shouldn't be on my door, tell me. Because this was really just a quickie. I have Easter done. I have St. Patrick's Day done. I have fishing, black bear, deer things. I can make more deer things. I do have more silhouettes for deer wreaths. So I'm well into summer. I have to do a few more roses and flowery things. I don't do a lot of flower. I will do them more in the fall where I have the darker hues of the purples, the rust, more of the hydrangeas that I can mix in. So I will be doing a few more flowers. I am going to do a few patriotic in the mesh. In fact, I'm going to do a class in Windsor Village in April. I just saw Kathy today. So I will be doing the class on that. I believe I'm going to do a patriotic. Everybody will do the same thing. I'll have it all pre-cut. And I'll demonstrate as they're doing the steps, or you, or whoever wants to join us. You'll get a kit. You'll have the wire ring. You will put the ribbon, the puffs on. You'll teach to do that. I'll zip tie it. I will have the ribbon already cut for you. And the way I do it, I'll have it all together. But I'll show you, I'll demonstrate how I cut the ribbons on my own. I can't have everybody use the tools because if there's 4 or 5 or 6. So I'll have your kits already you're going to assemble, but you're going to learn. And I will teach you in person how I cut and make the wreath. I'll do mine pretty much by scratch, and then we'll all have the patriotic wreath. That class will be coming up. It would have to be prepaid so I can do all the kits. But I will be making kits up for everybody that prepays, and that will be done at Windsor Village. Yeah, I think I like it without too. It's kind of more simple. And the green will show up really good because I have lights on my porch. So that'll show up, and I'll do the little glittery thing on the hook where I have Home Sweet Home for now. So at least they'll see something different. I have green lights going around the door too, so that'll show nice. And if it gets wet, it's mine. So I'll put I will spray it. I'll go outside and spray it and then let it dry overnight outside. But I put I don't know if you all have seen this. Let me see, I think I have it right here in the cupboard. Yeah, what it does, it slightly protects, especially the mesh. It's a UV resistant. Have you seen these yet? You just spray it on these, especially if the ones that are going to be in a lot of sunlight. It really helps all these wreaths fade. So if I know for sure it's going to be outside, I do use the protectant on it. It protects against UV light rays, non-yellowing, permanent coating, moisture resistant, dries in minutes. And so I'll go outside, and it's dry tonight, so I'll just spray it and hope for the best that it dries. But it will help so you don't get a ton of fading, especially the reds. Even this I would have sprayed and put that out. So anything I know I'm going to put directly in a window, inside or out, I will spray to help avoid the, especially these I have hanging and I have them up on my shop. I don't want, good Lord, I wouldn't want them to fade and then they sell and they're faded. You know, I just running out of space down in the basement. I'm running out of space. I got, hopefully this craft show, online craft show, vendors thing that I signed up this weekend for and for March. It's to push everything. I don't know if you all heard it earlier or not. If I'm repeating, you heard it, I'm sorry. But it's something for you to look into. It's capital M, capital A, capital A, capital A, designs. Online Spring Craft / vendor fair. And that's today and tomorrow. And it's next month. Now, I am a vendor, and what they do, I believe, is streamline you right to your shop, I believe. She took down my shop information on Etsy. So, I believe it goes right there. Maybe I should look, right? Hopefully I did it right. Or maybe I have to upload it. She didn't send anything to upload or anything on it. So now I'm starting to question myself. I didn't look at my Etsy account today to see if anything is... I was going to do it afterwards when I cleaned up. Then I says, hey... So, we just changed the ringtones, and my grandkids were here. So, my grandson picked that out. I didn't remember if it was for his father or grandpa. So, but yeah, check that out. It might be worth, I don't know if she's taking more vendors for March. I paid for the 2 months. So hopefully this will work out good. All right. I was going to do a St. Patrick's Day top hat tonight, but I think that'll be tomorrow morning. I'm tired. I got to clean up. I don't want any of these fuzzies around when I do that. So I think I'm just going to clean up, hang this, spray this, put it out front. And I may be on pretty early tomorrow morning. I'm an early riser normally. If I sleep in at 7 o'clock, it's a miracle. But, because I'd like to do a couple hats for the parade and everything. Even though I can't go this year, I'll be at in Syracuse, New York at my granddaughter's cheer function. They'll have a parade 2 blocks from where we're going to be, and we have to try to get through the parade, get out and back on the road back to Buffalo. I can't believe they're doing a cheer competition, both Syracuse and Buffalo. Well, the 17th is Saturday, so it's just kind of crazy. I don't know why they didn't do it Sunday to have just the parking and the traffic's going to be crazy down there. I'm from Syracuse, so I know the area well. So how they're getting all us cheer people in with the parade, God knows. So, well, thank you. I feel bad. I don't think I failed the challenge. I do have a product. And I think it turned out kind of cute. And it's non-traditional, which I'm kind of non-traditional in a lot of aspects. I kind of march to my own drummer, but I have a lot of family values that are quite old, but which is not traditional anymore. But I appreciate your time today, Deborah. I'm so glad you got to join us. Nevada, I'm glad you got back to us after losing the, boy, my hair looks terrible. Just out of the shower and ponytail, and I had several inches taken off, and it's just not laying right. It's still kind of resistant, and it's shorter than what I thought because I like throwing it up in a bun, and it's kind of like not quite long enough for that. So, all right, everybody, have a great evening. If I don't see you tomorrow, I'm trying. So now remember, next week, some of you were on, some of you weren't. I am doing, I'll show you this. I'm going to work on this tomorrow. I have these little signs. Okay, that's going up. Actually, I was thinking of something like this for my door, which I could get away with this. Okay, so I got this ribbon without the iridescent metal on it. This is so close to my Scottish-Irish tartan, the Brock's. It's very close to the tartan of Mary of Ethel. And when I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is our family, very close to our family. If I brought down my kilt and my scarf, it's almost dead on. It's a little different. I would only know the difference. So I had made stencils. I had these stencils made. You can't see it. But the Irish term for welcome, it means 100 welcomes. And the spelling of it is F-A-I-L-T-E. Not sure how to pronounce it. I forgot. Kathy's going to kill me. So I'm going to put that on here. That'll fit just perfect. And in the stencil, I'm going to do it in black with this on a grapevine wreath with some evergreens and things. Very simple, just some greenery, 3/4 of it just on the corner. And I'll probably do that this week. I also have welcome and hello. And I kind of like these simple plaques. So that is my next week project with start working on some of my hats. I got to start working on these hats. I sold so many of them last year. I have to order fasteners and get them going. All Harry Potter witches fasteners coming up. So I need to get that kind of going. So I figured if I did that and had some greens and I could put a deer horn, an antler underneath the ribbon, the bow, and with that Irish saying, that means, how nice is that? 100 welcomes. Isn't that cool? So I'm going to put that there, and that's kind of on my agenda. Hats, that welcome sign. I need a couple weeks working on some of the hats to just to line myself up. I got to work on my taxes. I got all my receipts together in the monthly order. Now I got to start adding them so I can add them on my paperwork, get my taxes done. And that's my goals. And I got to work. Oh, and I learned how to do the YouTube thing. So I'm going to do that and see if they like my stuff. I'm going to start uploading my videos. If you can't find them, eventually they're going to be on, hopefully in the next week, all of them will be on YouTube, on my own station, I guess. That's what I was told. And when I do the grapevine last night, a couple people have not done grapevines. I'd like to show again a couple grapevines. Grapevines are really pretty easy. You're working with the glue gun. I just got to get myself the glue pot. I really do. I don't like using the gun as much, but let's I'll get that sign painted, and we'll see if we can put together that wreath on a grapevine with just a few flowers, a few ferns would be pretty on that. So I thought it's kind of ferny. Maybe get a couple sprigs of heather or lavender, English lavender. That's all Celtic, so it would all go. So, or thistles, some thistles. Scottish were thistles, but really, actually, I got to kind of keep it Irish because I think Irish does a lot of lavender. I will look that up because we're using the Irish saying. We're just not using a general Celtic saying. So, you know, the Irish put their seeds everywhere. I think everybody's got a little Irish in them. They were all over the place, you know. I mean, it's kind of funny. And then people start talking about slavery. You know what? The Irish were the first slaves, just to put it out there. So I know with having as much Irish blood and Scottish I have, and I have British quite a bit too, along with their French. and a few other things. I just literally had my 23, my DNA done, so I know exactly what I am. And that being said, I know of other people that thought they were just plain Spanish or plain Italian. Guess what? They got the Irish in them too. I think it's kind of funny. So, yeah, if you follow me, I think you automatically, right, get notified when I go on live, right? I do always put the Diamond Nights in that and hashtag live. But I think if you follow me, you would be notified when I go on live. So today and last night was catch up from all week because of getting back and missing all last weekend, being in Atlanta on the great competition, and my granddaughter doing so well, went 8th away from first place, and she got a U.S. National Gold, very prestigious award. So, yeah. Please share, follow. I know some of you already shared. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you for that. I really appreciate it. I'll start looking for everybody. Try to look for you all in your shops and do the same. I will, a little slow on the computer, so forgive me. But I want to start seeing you guys live too. It's not that hard, and I really put myself in a jam working on that, not knowing what I was going to do, and it worked out fine because I have you guys as my audience, and we're helpful. And since we're all kin folks and all with the wreath community, we're all family. So you're only in front of family, so it's all okay. So I want to see you guys do it, and I'm so relieved that it came out. I had just enough fabrics to make it look balanced and decent. So it all worked out. So thank you. Love you. Have a great night, and hopefully see you tomorrow morning. All right. Take care. Be blessed night.